They told you that high cholesterol is the silent killer, that the higher your numbers, the closer you are to a heart attack, that the only way to stay alive is to cut out eggs, butter, red meat, and live on pills. But what if I told you that the war on cholesterol is built on a lie? A lie that has shaped our diets, our healthcare system, and even our very concept of health for decades. In this video, we're going to uncover the truth about cholesterol, expose who's benefiting from keeping you in the dark, and reveal what your body actually needs to thrive. So stick around until the end, because what you don't know can hurt you. Let's start with the basics. What is cholesterol really? Cholesterol isn't some evil invader lurking in your bloodstream. It's a waxy, fat-like substance that your body needs to build cells, produce hormones, and maintain essential brain functions. That's right. Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and cholesterol is a major component of that. Without cholesterol, you wouldn't survive. It's produced naturally in your liver and transported through your blood by two main types of lipoproteins, LDL and HDL. So why has it been demonized for so long? The answer lies in a decades-old theory that linked cholesterol with heart disease, but as you'll see, that theory was flawed from the start. So, back in the 1950s, a researcher named Ancel Keys introduced something called the lipid hypothesis. He claimed that saturated fat and cholesterol from animal products were the culprits behind heart disease. Sounds straightforward, right? Well, he published this famous 7-country study that seemed to back up his idea. But here's the thing, he cherry-picked the data. Yeah, you heard that right. He excluded countries that didn't align with his theory. For instance, there were places where people ate a lot of fat but had surprisingly low rates of heart disease. Those countries? They didn't make it into his study. Despite the glaring flaws in his research, Keyes's theory was widely embraced by governments, health organizations, and eventually the food industry. It's kind of wild when you think about it. In 1984, Time magazine even ran this infamous cover. It showed a frowning face made out of bacon and eggs. And just like that, the low-fat era officially began. The war on cholesterol, it went completely mainstream. Then came statins, cholesterol-lowering drugs that quickly became one of the most prescribed classes of medications worldwide. The promise was simple. Take this pill, lower your cholesterol, and you'll prevent a heart attack. Sounds like a no-brainer, right? But here's the twist. While statins can slightly reduce the risk of certain cardiovascular events in some populations, their benefits are often, well, let's just say, overstated. And their side effects? Those are frequently downplayed. Statins can cause muscle pain, liver damage, and even increase your risk of diabetes. And yet millions of people are prescribed them, even when they have no history of heart disease. Why? Because lowering your cholesterol has become the goal, not addressing the root causes of poor heart health. You've probably heard that LDL is bad and HDL is good, but it's not that simple. LDL, or low-density lipoprotein, comes in different sizes. Some particles are large and fluffy, while others are small and dense. It's the small, dense LDL that's associated with a higher risk of heart disease, and guess what? A low-fat, high-carb diet actually increases these harmful particles. While cholesterol was being vilified, sugar quietly took its place as the real threat. Back in the 1960s, documents revealed that the sugar industry paid scientists to downplay sugar's role in heart disease and shift the blame to fat and cholesterol. Yes, they literally bribed researchers to mislead the public. As a result, low-fat foods loaded with sugar and refined carbs flooded the market. Breakfast cereals, fat-free yogurts, and processed snacks became the norm, all while heart disease rates continued to rise. The very advice meant to protect our hearts was doing the opposite. Did you know that low cholesterol is linked to memory loss, depression, and even increased risk of dementia? Your brain needs cholesterol to function. It's vital for the formation of synapses, those little connections between brain cells that allow you to think, remember, and feel emotions. Several studies have found that elderly people with higher cholesterol levels actually have better cognitive function than those with lower levels. So when we blindly slash cholesterol levels, we're not just targeting the heart, we're potentially impairing the brain. For years, dietary cholesterol from foods like eggs, shrimp, and liver was blamed for raising blood cholesterol. But, Modern science tells a different story. Most people's cholesterol levels are not significantly affected by dietary cholesterol. In fact, when you eat more cholesterol, your body produces less of it to compensate. It's kind of amazing. It's a self-regulating system. Eggs, for instance, are packed with nutrients like choline, which supports brain health, and antioxidants that protect your eyes. Honestly, demonizing them because of outdated cholesterol fears is not just wrong, it's dangerous. Heart disease is a complex condition with many contributing factors: inflammation, oxidative stress, insulin resistance, high blood pressure, smoking, and lack of physical activity. Focusing solely on cholesterol is like blaming one brick in a collapsing building. Seriously, it's a distraction from the bigger picture. So, what should you do? Well, rather than obsessing over your cholesterol numbers, focus on improving your metabolic health instead. Eat real whole foods, the kind that nourish your body. Prioritize healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish. They're so good for you. Cut back on sugar and refined carbs. They can really take a toll. Make it a point to move your body daily, even if it's just a walk around the block. And don't forget to manage your stress. It's more important than you might think. Oh, and if you're on medication, have a chat with your doctor to see if it's truly necessary for you. Remember, the goal isn't to chase numbers, it's to support your body holistically. For decades, we've been told a half-truth, that cholesterol is the enemy, and lowering it at all costs is the path to health. But science has moved on. Our understanding has evolved. The tragedy is, much of the medical establishment hasn't caught up. People are still afraid of eggs, still popping statins like candy, still avoiding fat while loading up on sugar. It's time to rewrite the narrative. Cholesterol is not the villain. The real danger lies in outdated guidelines, biased research, and industries that profit off your fear. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're officially more informed than most people on this topic. And now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been told to lower your cholesterol? Were you scared into avoiding certain foods or taking medications? Share your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video opened your eyes, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear the truth. Together, we can push back against the misinformation and take control of our health. Because your body is smarter than they've told you, and it's time you trusted it again.